Books, books. I like books. I'm gonna read them all. Hi readers, Chris here. Welcome to my channel where I review fantasy, Stephen King, all sorts of books. And today I'm doing something really exciting. I picked literally the hottest day of the year so far to drag a ginormous box of children's books out from the bowels of my closet. All these books, me and my family have had forever. Like, some of them are from when I was a kid. Some of them are even from like when my mother was a kid. And someone in the family is having a new baby. So I thought it'd be a great time to go through this box and pick out some of these books that I can give to the next generation. Now, it would probably take me hours to go through every single book in here, so I'm only going to show you like the ones I think are most interesting, and hopefully this video won't be 5 hours long. So let me jump right in and pull out what's on top. And that is Angelina Ballerina. I will tell you, I am not giving this one away because my mother gave this book to me specifically, and it's in 2 pieces. But that's okay. I don't care. It's still special to me, so I'm still keeping it. If you've ever seen one of my unhaul videos where I talk about how unhauling is so hard for me, like, I still have books from my childhood. This is why. So next up, I have Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. If you're not familiar with this book, it's a hilarious story about a village where the weather is all food related. So it like rains spaghetti and meatballs, which on the surface sounds like something that would be really fun. But like, look at this artwork. Like, think about this guy over here is being crushed by a hamburger. There's a guy with a noodle on his head. I mean, that's kind of horrifying when you think about it. So I think this is a good candidate to give away to a small child. Next up, I have a Wuzzles book. I don't know if anyone remembers the Wuzzles. This was a cartoon back in the 80s. And yeah, I'm going to hang on to this one. Next up, I have a really cool book called The Christmas Surprise, and this book is all about bears at Christmas, like actual bears. I don't know why, but I loved this book as a child. It's so whimsical and so like, it's so cute, and I love the black and white drawings. Yeah, I don't think I can get rid of this one ever. There's even a spot in the back to put your own Christmas memories, which I don't think I ever did because, oh no, apparently I did draw something. I don't know what that is. I drew something in here. Apparently I drew a California quail. I have no idea why. I probably should not be sharing that publicly, but that's okay. I'm gonna hang on to this one since clearly I already destroyed it. Next up, I have Learn to Tell Time with Noddy. Noddy, I called him Noddy. This is a super cute book. Like, look at the artwork in here. Like, wake up at 7 o'clock. This is an adorable book. I wish there was like, oh, so this is actually from, first published in 1965. Like, wow, that's an old book. Wow. This particular one is from the 80s, but I don't think I can get rid of this one. It's just too cute. It's just too cute. I can't get rid of it. I'm really excited about these next ones because I've started to see a couple people post about these books, but who remembers these, I think they were called Serendipity, these Serendipity books from the 80s. I am so happy that I still have these. I've got Buttermilk Bunny, Buttermilk and Bear, Leo the Lop, Mumkin, which is a horse, the little dragon guy, what's his name? Dragolin, and then Frazzle. So definitely not getting rid of these Serendipity books. I don't know if they still make these. I think you can still find some of them on Amazon, but they like vary widely in price. Like, if you get an original copy, some of them are upwards of $100 a pop, but some of them, they do have more recent reprintings that are like the price of a normal book. These are super cute, super fun books, like super fun. I talked about Buttermilk Bunny in a recent bunny video, but these are just really cute books. And it's about this bunny that like gets lost in the woods at night, and she sees a creature and she's got to fight off the creature, and there's a scary tree. I remember being like terrified of this book as a child, but she learns a lesson that it was actually all a dream. She's safe at home in her bed. Was that a spoiler? Sorry. It's the cutest book. These stories are absolutely the cutest, and I'm so glad I have these. I am not getting rid of them. Okay, clearly my pile of keeping is a lot larger than my pile of giving away, so hopefully this one will be a little better. So, Tales to Read. If you can't tell, we've got Little Red Riding Hood and the wolf on front. I don't know what else is in here. Oh, so there's a bunch of stories in here. Little Red Riding Hood, Little Boy Blue, The Man and the Lion, The Gingerbread Man. Okay, so this is a great book of little fairy tales. So I think this one would probably be a good one to give away. Next up, a favorite fairy tale of mine, Guleesh and the King of France's Daughter. This is like a fairy tale, like an old fairy tale. I don't remember it that well, but it's about a young boy who meets a princess, and like, again, the artwork in these books is it's just amazing. It's just amazing. So great. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to keep this one. I feel bad, but what are you gonna do? This one I may or may not keep. I might have to make a maybe pile, and that's going to be Arabian Nights. So Arabian Nights, yeah. This is an illustrated book of 1001 Arabian Nights, and all the stories are in here, and they all have these like crazy, fantastic artwork. Fantastic artwork. It almost looks like artwork that you would see in a museum. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring it and I'll offer it to my family member, and if they want to keep it, they can, and if they don't want it, then I'll take it back. I've got another book of fairy tales here. Clearly a lot of fairy tales going on. And again, there's not a ton of artwork in this one. They only have like a couple of pages, but the pages that they do have, again, this looks like art that belongs in a museum. So again, I'll put this in like the maybe pile, because this book isn't really for a child because there's a lot of words. So it might be a little bit for an older kid. So I'll set that aside. Ooh, I'm really excited about this one. There's no cover to this, but this is actually a copy of Beauty and the Beast. I wish I knew like when this was from, but it is a picture book about Beauty and the Beast. So here we have the scene where the Beast finds Belle's father. I mean, look at that artwork. Look at it. Absolutely beautiful. And I don't think not every page in here is illustrated, but that's okay. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So I think I'm going to have to hang on to this one. Okay, something a little more modern now with the places you'll go. Dr. Seuss. I actually do not have a ton of Dr. Seuss books. For whatever reason, I did like those books growing up, but I don't have a lot of them in my collection. You'll see I have collections of other types of books, but not Dr. Seuss. So I think this would be a good one to pass on. Again, with the fairy tales, Hans Christian Andersen. If you've never read Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tales, they are freaking amazing. And this has the real version of The Little Mermaid. I mean, first of all, look at that artwork. It's absolutely like, it's amazing, amazing. But the real story of The Little Mermaid is not exactly, doesn't exactly have the happy ending that the Disney version does. If you're familiar with it, you'll know what I'm talking about. The artwork in this book is absolutely phenomenal. I cannot get rid of this. I need to hang on to this one forever. Another book that I need to hang on to forever is The Wind in the Willows. And this, oh, look at this giant otter on the back. Otters are basically the ferrets of the sea, so I am like obsessed with otters. But oh my god, again, another book that just has the most amazing, beautiful artwork in it. I absolutely loved The Wind in the Willows as a kid because animals, I mean, come on. It's just beautiful. Here's a picture of Badger getting chased by a band of weasels, stoats, and ferrets. Yes, that's right, ferrets. There are actual ferrets in this book, which means I cannot get rid of it. Next up, I have Pepe the Lamplighter, a story about a little boy in, is it London or France? I don't know, but it's about a little boy who is a lamplighter. It's a super cute book, but I don't think this was one that I was ever into, so I think I'm gonna send this off to my family. Okay, now I have a whole bunch of like random Disney books in here, starting with this little Peter Pan one that I think belonged to one of my brothers, so this would probably be a good one to give to my family, but there's another one in here that I'm super excited about. Who remembers these giant Disney books? I have The Lady and the Tramp. I have the Aristocats, half a book, because I don't have the cover. And then I have this one, which is actually The Little Mermaid. Again, missing the cover, but it is The Little Mermaid. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. First of all, not giving away The Little Mermaid, not giving away the Aristocats, because those are my favorites. Lady and the Tramp was not one of my favorites, but you know what? It goes with the collection, so I'm just going to have to keep all these because I love them. This isn't really a children's book per se, but it was in this box, and that's James and the Giant Peach. If you've never read James and the Giant Peach, I feel like this is one of the weirder of the Roald Dahl stories. Like, it is literally about a boy who travels around in a giant peach, and there's like a bunch of weird characters in there. I think, didn't Tim Burton do a movie? It's been a while, so I don't really remember. But there's like a giant centipede that lives in the peach that he makes friends with. It's a weird story, but for some reason, I absolutely loved it as a child. I don't know why. I was a weird kid. Okay, one collection set of books I have are all these Mercer Meyer books. Who remembers Mercer Meyer? Oh my god. Just Grandma and Me, Just for You, Just Go to Bed. I mean, there are so many of these books. Oh my god, I used to love these books. Love them. There's so many good ones. Oh gosh, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. Does anyone remember, like, the little creature in this book? Like, what is he supposed to be? I never knew. I never knew what kind of creature he's supposed to be. If anyone knows, let me in the comments. Part of me wants to keep them because they're such a big part of my childhood, but part of me also kind of wants another generation to appreciate these. So I think what I might do is set this pile aside and maybe go through them one by one, see if there's any specific ones I want to keep, and then give the rest of them away. Same goes with this next set of books, which is the Berenstain Bears. So similar to the Mercer Meyer books, there's a whole bunch of Berenstain Bear books, Too Much TV, Trouble at School. Oh, that's not a Berenstain Bear book. There's a ton of great Berenstain Bear books, and I think, again, I'll do the same thing that I said about the Mercer Meyer books. I'll go through these one by one, see if there's anyone that I want to keep, and the rest of them, I think I will pass on. The one that was in there is Moongame. So it's a little bear, it's a story about a little bear who asks the moon to play a game with him, a game of hide and seek. He asks the moon to hide, and then the bear tries to find him. Super cute book, super cute. I guess I will put this one in the giveaway pile. Next up, I have Ferdinand, the story of Ferdinand, the little bull. Oh my god, love this one. It's so adorable. It's so cute. Oh, this is such a good one to pass on. This is such a good one to share. I want to keep it, but I think it deserves a good home. Next up, I have a set of little Beatrix Potter books. So Beatrix Potter, I've got Squirrel Nutkin, I've got Tiggy Winkle, and then I have a whole collection of these little board books. So Peter Rabbit, Benjamin Bunny, Miss Moppet, the cat. One of my personal favorites was Jemima Puddle Duck. I love these. I think I will keep the little board books. I think I'll keep these because this is a little cute set. And then these paperbacks, I think these ones would be good to give away. Next up, Straganona. Who remembers Straganona? It's about a little old lady who like cooks a bunch of pasta, if I remember correctly. And then something happens, or there's like a magic pasta somehow, and the pasta takes over the town, and like everyone's drowning in pasta. So it's a classic kids book. It's a cute story. I think I'm gonna have to keep on to this one because again, it's just such a classic. Another classic is The House on East 88th Street. If you're not familiar with this one, this is the story about Lyle Crocodile. So yes, Lyle Crocodile, The House on East 88th Street. It's about this apartment in the city where they accidentally end up with a crocodile. Yes, that's right. Super cute book. I want to say this was one of my brother's books, one of my younger brother's books. So I think this would be a good one to pass on. This is a personal favorite of mine, and that's Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. Oh my God. Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. Will there be enough room? Okay, I don't know why. Maybe it's the rhyming, but I absolutely love this book. It's all about the letters of the alphabet. That's it. A told B and B told C, I'll meet you at the top of the coconut tree. Chicka chicka boom boom, will there be enough room? So all it is about letters climbing a tree, and then when they get down to Z at the end, guess what happens? They all fall out of the tree. Oh no. I don't know why I love this book so much. I just do. So I'm gonna hang on to this one. Here are some more Disney books, I'll probably hang on to these. And then I found more Mercer Meyer books, so I'll go through those as well. I'll put those in the other pile. Next up, I have Mooncake. So similar to that last Moon book I found, it's about a little bear friend who builds a rocket ship and pretends to go to the moon. It's a super cute story. It's super cute. This one I think I'm also going to end up giving away. So not to be confused with Peter Rabbit, I also have a Peter Cottontail book. Peter Rabbit is different than Peter Cottontail, but still a bunny, and I love the artwork in this book. It's like realistic, but this was at a time before there was such a thing as like computer animation. So look at that. That's so cool. That's so cool. I feel like I would frame this and like put it on my wall. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I'm gonna keep this one. And then I have more Peter Rabbit stories in this giant book here. More stories where more pictures. The cover's almost falling off of this, but that's okay. I loved Peter Rabbit, Beatrix Potter, these stories when I was a kid. I actually, somewhere in some closet, I actually have a collection of figurines, of Beatrix Potter figurines. They're wrapped safely in a box. I don't know if I can get to them easily, but maybe someday I will show you what those ones look like. So, but until then, I'm gonna hang on to this one. Oh, now we're getting into some really good ones here at the bottom, starting with The Nutcracker by Maurice Sendak. I have seen multiple people feature this book on BookTube. I cannot remember off the top of my head who it was, but it was more than one of you. So if you're watching this video and you have this book or have seen this book, please let me know in the comments. But yes, if you're not familiar with Maurice Sendak, he's most famous for Where the Wild Things Are, but he has illustrated a bunch of books, and this is just one of them. So this is the classic Nutcracker story, but illustrated with his artwork, which is just so amazing. He is so amazing. Like, this is my favorite version of the Nutcracker. It's just beautiful. If you look at this tiny picture down here, you can really tell, like, that this was done by the same guy that did Where the Wild Things Are. It's almost kind of creepy at times. So Pax, if you're watching this, Pax, definitely check out some of Maurice Sendak's works, because he does some great work that is like borderline creepy, but still for kids. I'll be hanging on to this one and any other Maurice books that I come across, which I see another one right here. And that is Dear Millie. Dear Millie. I don't remember what this one is about, but it's about a young girl who her home is like attacked and she gets separated from her family, so she gets lost in the woods, or maybe her mother just tells her to go hide in the woods, and while she's hiding in the woods, she comes across like an old man, and the old man kind of takes her in, says, if you take care of me, I'll help you get home, and all this crazy stuff happens. I won't tell you how it ends, but let's just say that it's a really cool story, but the artwork is what sells this. The artwork is what makes this book. So Dear Millie, another book illustrated by Maurice Sendak. This I will not be giving away. And this is a random one I pulled out because we're getting to the bottom here. Donna Onishik was chased by some cows. It's literally about a girl who is chased by cows and mooses and horses and stuff. Super random, super funny. This is a good one that I will be giving away. Next up, I have a big book that is... I have a book that is literally falling apart at the seams, and that is called The Happy Rabbit. I don't know when this book was published, but this book actually belonged to my mother. This book was given to my mother when she was a child. So this book, yeah, it's from the 60s. This book is from the 60s. That is how old it is. It is a super old book, but even though it's old, like, it is super cute. Super, super, super cute. So I will not be getting rid of this one. This one will be staying with me. Another book from the 60s is The Little Woman Who Forgot Everything. This is another book that belonged to my mother when she was a child. It's about this woman who just forgets things. And honestly, I'm starting to feel like the woman in this story as I get older. Super, super, super cute story. Also from the 60s, and also one that I'm going to be hanging on to. Another one I'm going to be hanging on to, Meet the Orchestra. This book is literally just like it sounds. It's all about different instruments in the orchestra, and they're all played by animals. I was very much into music as a kid. Still am. Very much into animals as a kid. Still am. So needless to say, I will be keeping this one. Some more board books. Hoppity. Hoppity Gets Lost and Hoppity's First Thunderstorm. Super cute books about a little bunny. This one, he gets lost in a department store. This one, he's afraid of a little thunder and lightning. I believe these were both mine when I was a child. So I think these are super cute, amazing, super cute artwork, and I will be hanging on to these. Okay, I knew this book was in here somewhere, and I finally found it, and that is The Polar Express. Yes. Obviously, this book has been read a lot. It's kind of in rough shape, but I mean, the story is still there. The story is still great. The inside of the book is still in perfect condition. It's just the outside that's a little bit rough. This book actually belonged to someone else in my family. It ended up in my collection, so now it's time to pass this book on. Okay, now finally we're coming down to the end of the box here, and this is another fairy tale, The Birthday of the Infantana by Oscar Wilde. I mean, again, it's just another book of classic fairy tales, and the artwork in here is just, it's phenomenal. I mean, okay, I'm going to show this. Pax, you have to look this one up. You have to look this one up because look at this artwork. Look at it. Look at it. It is both absolutely gorgeous and kind of horrifying at the same time. Like, look at it. It's amazing. It's amazing. The Birthday of the Infantanta by Oscar Wilde. Actually, you know what? If you want this one, let me know because I would totally send it to you. So no pressure, but if you want it, if you want to take a look through it, it's not something that you could read on one of your videos because it's kind of long, but I think that you would appreciate the artwork in here. Some of it's just so good. It's just so good. So calling you out, Pax. Let me know if you want this one. Okay, there's only a few left, so I think I'll just go through them all super, super quick. The one other Dr. Seuss book I have, the ABCs. This one I'm going to give away. The Haunting of Grade 3, not a children's book, but I absolutely loved this book in school, so I'm going to keep it. Little Bear. There was a whole series of Little Bear books, and again, this is another one that was illustrated by Maurice Sendak, so I'm going to keep this one. Charlotte's Web, not a children's book, but a classic. I'm going to keep this one. Sarah, Plain and Tall, another book that I read in elementary school that I really, really liked. I'm going to keep this one. And then last but not least, this is a random book, and I would love to know if anyone has heard of it before, and it's called A Peacock on the Roof. A Peacock on the Roof. So I don't even remember what this book is about. I really don't. All I remember is that not only does this book have like a story, but this book also has like a bunch of hidden like hide and seek things in it. So for example, in this one picture here, you can see there's like a little cat up on the kite there. There's also other things to be found. So another example, look at this beautiful page with the peacock, this beautiful page. If you look at the tree over on the left here, hopefully you can see it. There's actually a cat right here. It's a cat that's like built into the branches. In every single page and every single illustration of this book, there's cats. There's like secret cats. Here's a guy holding a net. If you switch the angle of the net, you should see right here that there is a cat that's like, looks like it's gonna jump. Here's its head, here's its tail. There are secret cats in every picture, every page of this book, and I think that is fantastic. So I would just stare at this book for hours trying to find all the little different hidden things that are in all the pages. It's so much fun. It's so great. I love this book. It was literally one of my favorites. Okay, that is it. I got through it. That is the end. The box is empty now, thank God. So I think I have a pretty decent pile of books to give away to my family members. That makes me happy. Now I gotta take the rest of these books that I'm keeping and pack them back up. So I will let you go while I do that. So let me know though, did you recognize any of these books from your childhood? I would love to know, like, if any of these books look familiar to you. Let me know in the comments section below. And because if you made it all the way to the end, you are rewarded with a Meepers. Huh, Meepers? Oh, you're a good girl. That is it for today. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please subscribe to my channel for more bookish stuff coming your way soon. All right, everyone. Happy reading.